this is the other news in our show. Vito!
Armando!
Guys, say welcome to my old friend Vito Doria, which this year is going to be our esperto for Serie B. You're welcome from me, welcome from Alessandro, welcome in the Calcio Talk family. Unfortunately for Vito, but good for us, his team got relegated to Serie B. So he has to watch Serie B, and he can report to us for Serie B. Vito, first of all, let's break the ice. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. Glad to be here. I've seen you guys do the show last year, and I'm glad to be on board with you guys as well.
Beautiful. I'm pretty sure you're going to do great, Bello. So loosening up, deep breath. Don't worry about, if me, Alessandro, can do it, anybody else can do it.
Very true.
I was going to say Alessandro, but I don't want to talk bad about you on the first day back, so I'll chuck myself in.
Of course.
Como Reggiana was a crazy game. Como were winning 2-0 up, and then Reggiana had a controversial penalty given to them. Antonio Vergara made one of the most blatant dives you could see, and it was given. So Luca Vito stepped up and got the equaliser. So that was a crazy game.
I have to say, a lots of weird call on Serie B as well. What's going on with the referee in Italy? Why you guys don't go to the VR? There was that penalty in the game. What was the game again? The dive, the big dive.
Como Reggiana.
Yeah, Como Reggiana. That guy flew like Superman.
Yeah, he did.
No one touched him. Why the referee didn't go to VR and even give a yellow card to the defender, poor defender, did nothing.
No, he just stood there.
Oh, guys, we need something to happen. Yeah, sorry, Vito.
No, I was going to say, like I mentioned, the player that took the dive there was Antonio Vergara. Perhaps he took a few lessons from his namesake, Sofia.
I love it.
I think it's great that you've done all this stuff over the years. Like, you've had quite a pedigree, Lou. I mean, you formed Carlton, which allowed the likes of Vinny Grella, Archie Thompson, Mark Bresciano to have successful careers, especially with the Socceroos. You were involved with bringing Del Piero here, and you played a big part in helping Western United get on the feet. Now, also with your contribution in getting teams to Italy, I think we need that because we're not getting the same amount of immigration from Italy like we used to. So it's great to have that connection. And not only that, I think it's also good from another perspective for outsiders to see that Australia is more than just Sydney and Melbourne. So I think for Perth...
It's a very good point.
Yeah, and Perth also has a big community, specifically in Fremantle. So at least the Italo-Australians there, they can see some of the old country too. So it's great to have that.
Last point?
Sure.
You would not be surprised how many huge Italian corporations are doing work in Australia at the moment. All the freeway construction that you see around Melbourne and over in other states, there's an Italian company called WeBuild who are $1 billion of work going on in Australia at the moment. So the Italian connection with Australia has always been strong and will always be strong.
There is the Roma Milan game, which is in Perth in May, but we've got Totti coming here in a few weeks. Firstly, what was the timing like around it? And also, how did you convince the great Totti to come here to Australia?
Well, we run a lot of events for him.
Yes.
So we've been in Saudi, in UAE, Dubai a lot, Mexico. So we're as part of the tour, and we're also promoting our reopening of our academy. And we actually had the AS Roma Academy here many years ago where we met.
Love it.
And we tried to do something different. We did. We got over 90 players signed up overseas in a span of 6 years. So it was a hard job, but we did it. And I think it's now time again to relaunch our academies as well.
Beautiful.
And it was more Angelo Venditti who convinced him. And of course, I have to be here a month, so it's good for me to be back home as well. So there was not much convincing to do.
Good.
All right, Vito, no, jokes aside, you want to add anything on Cena before we give the microphone
Well, the incredible thing is that this is the first time that an Italian has won an Open since Adriano Panatta won the 1976 French Open. So nearly 50 years. So goes to show you what Cena's done is incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. He's made a lot of Italians proud. And I'm a bit confused, though, with the Italian fans in Melbourne. Are you sure they were watching the tennis or the soccer?
Because it was very much
like...
see all these people dressed with Italian jerseys, Italian flag.
Where do they come out from?
Vicario should be the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I would start Vicario. Provedel, you'd say, if he was in the squad still, he'd be second. And plus, he scored that goal against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. And one player that doesn't get a mention, but I think would deserve a call-up eventually, is Michele Di Gregorio from Monza. I think he's been fantastic for the Brianzoli. So I hope Spalletti keeps an eye on him too, because you can't just trust Donnarumma on his reputation. It was nice he came through at 16. It's something unique.
Exactly, the reputation. He's been living on reputation.
Can't keep on that. Eventually, you got to focus on form, and Donnarumma doesn't have that, but the other three I mentioned, they've got the form. They deserve
on
it.
reputation, when I was under 8, I was the new Maradona coming up. I should play too. Under 8, I had a great reputation. And from under 9 on, would start dropping. My career was over.
Yeah, it is. It's another shocking scandal, and it's funny. Once again, a scandal breaks, a year before an international tournament. It's incredible that these things happen. Usually the Italians win a trophy. That's the incredible thing about it. So for the most superstitious ones, it is a good omen. We're running out of time here, but just as a closing note for me, if we're going to go to extremes, I think it's a matter of, unfortunately, it won't happen with Shefflin and Gravini involved, but if there were other people, I think it needs like a big UEFA ban, because that's what happened with England. 85 European Cup final, Juventus versus Liverpool. Both fans were fighting. 39 fans died, mostly Juventus fans. And because England had a big hooligan problem, English clubs were banned from Europe for 5 years. Liverpool, 6 years. But also with the Hillsborough disaster in '89, then came the Taylor Report. They had to clean up the stadiums. So those stadiums became modernised. They were in great nick for Euro 96. And eventually with the Premier League overtaking the First Division, got revamped, and now it's the most powerful league in the world. I really don't want a big disaster to happen in Serie A, but sometimes it takes extreme measures to cause a real shake-up.